first game, although it looked kind of one-sided.
Recording in progress.
Building confidence. That's what I do.
Work in progress.
She lost the first ones. She's dying to play. No rhythm. Okay, what we got? What we got?
Small but mighty crowd. Who wants to start?
How much do you think this, not only tomorrow's game, but this stretch of road games is going to tell you about your team?
Yeah, the schedule comes out. You got to play 41 on the road, 41 at home, and sometimes they stack up where we have two sets of games that we play the same team twice. So this is a little different. It'll be a good test for us.
Do you like that, or does it? I mean, I know it doesn't really matter if you got to play them, but
yeah, it's just the way the schedule goes. We got quite a few of them, and so we start with Phoenix and LA that way. So it's a 8-day trip, play 4 games.
Has anything changed now that practice has been temporarily relocated here? How does that kind of impact the way you run things or how things flow?
Players and coaches will make the adjustment, and so some of us have been here before, so that I don't think things will change. But with the construction of our other practice facility, we just gotta make do, and to have the luxury to be able to move over here during the season is a plus. And then also I think we can spend a little bit more time on the home floor too, so I think that it's a positive.
what's the renovation going to involve?
Oh, that's out of my pay grade. If I was into construction, I would be able to tell you exactly. So we're all excited to see when it's done, hopefully after All-Star break.
What areas do you guys need to make the most steps in? People look at the season in segments. Well, you're through 10 games. What have you liked, and then what would you like to see?
Boy, I would love for us to make every shot, but that's not possible. We'll continue to get the looks that we're getting, knowing that they're going to fall for us. On the defensive end, being able to improve our transition will be tested tomorrow against a very good team in Chicago, and so that's one area. Then rebounding, we got to get better at rebounding, especially when we're small. Everyone has to participate in that side of the ball. But for the most part, we're still getting to know each other. I think the guys are playing extremely hard, and then we're getting healthy, each day. So that's good. But I think just rebounding, and then continue to not get frustrated if we don't make shots. And I think the guys have done that.
Is there a pecking order for technical free throws? Or is it kind of whoever's got the hand?
Well, it probably depends on if Luka steps to the line or not. I think it's the players figure out who should go to the free throw line. I think Luka went the last time, and he made it. And so if that's something to get our confidence, I think, Brad, to your question, free throws would be an area that we have to get better at. We're able to get there. Is now can we convert those into points?
All right, Kevin, go ahead.
Jason, through 10 games, you guys have gone through some different things. At one point, playing 15 guys in a game. Kristaps Porzingis missing a handful of games. I'm interested in your perspective on this. How would you evaluate your big man play so far through the first 10 games with Dwight Powell, Porzingis, Boban in situations we saw in last night's game, Boban and KP sharing the floor? How would you evaluate your bigs through the first 10 games in your mind based on what you've seen from them so far?
When you look at our bigs, DP's done a great job starting, giving us energy. When you look at Willie being able to, get out and run on the offensive end, I think for our bigs is being consistent is where we have to get better at. I think Boban has been consistent, and when he's been in the game, he's given us a lift. And not just last night, but in San Antonio, anytime we've called on him, he's been a true pro, and he's changed the game. So when you look at our bigs and then moving KP to the 5, we've had some success with that too. So I think our bigs have been good. You know, it's a lot of times in this league you're not playing against bigs. So you know, when Valanciunas last night, we'll see another the Joker on Monday, and then also in Chicago, Vucevic. They got talented bigs. And so it's a committee that we have to be able to throw at those guys. And so we have that option to do. Some teams don't have that option.
How much do you think these next few, you know, being on the road for 6 of the next 7, tough
6 of the next 7?
Yeah.
Oh.
And tough matchup against Chicago. How much do you think that's going to show about where you guys are right now?
I think it's going to be a great contest for us. Obviously, they're a prolific, exciting basketball team right now. Made moves in the offseason to make them become a threat in the East. So just making sure that we go in there, staying aggressive on both ends of the floor, and trying our best to come out there with a win.
No, nobody wants to go overboard in over 10 games, but do you like what you're seeing so far out of this bunch?
I mean, I like the steps that we're taking in the right direction. I mean, everything's resulting in a winning majority of the games. So I think if we just stay the course and stay focused, we will see everything come and flourish for us throughout the course of the season. But for now, obviously there's a little bit more ways to go, steps we could take. But like I said, defense carries, and offense we just gotta make sure that we're still sticking to our game plan and sticking to what we do best.
And you got to play with Frank some in New York and also now here. How would you describe him as a teammate and his demeanor?
He works hard. Frank works hard. I wish he had got more of an opportunity when I was his teammate in New York and when I saw him there. But he's a great defender, smart player. I think it was more of a confidence build, and when he gets on the floor and starts getting his juices flowing, he could play out there with anybody, and it shows. So he's been doing a great job for us coming off the bench and giving us that spark with him and Jalen and Reg and all the other guys. So as long as he continues to play like that, we'll be in great hands.
And it seems like when he talks to us, he's pretty soft-spoken, a little bit understated. Is that how he is off the court too, or does he have a different side to him?
He has a different side to him. I think it's different just because I've known him. I think me and KP, I think, known him for the longest, being his teammates in New York. So he's a great guy, great person, great personality. He has a little swag to him. You know, he's from France, so you know he carries that with him and across his chest. So you know, it's awesome just to be able to be his teammate again and see him develop and get better as each season progresses.
No, I'm kidding.
Is there, maybe I should know this, but is there a pecking order for who shoots free throws on a technical foul?
I guess whoever has got it going, you know. But when I'm in the game, I know. I mean, I always let Jalen or Reggie, you know, shoot the free throw if I'm in the game, and then I'm not even gonna comment on the other stuff. But I mean, I just let them do it. I let them have it or whatever. I just let them go. I mean, it's whoever has the hot hand. I feel like for the most part, and who's been knocking their free throws down. But none of us have really. So we'll see as the season goes on.
But you got to figure that all that's going to level out at some point, right? Or you hope anyway.
I do not have an answer for you. Ask J Kidd.
No, I just meant the free throw shooting as a
Oh, as a whole, yeah. It'll get better.
All right, Kevin, go ahead.
Hey Tim, through 10 games, what would you say in your mind has been the most consistent aspect of this team and the one thing that going forward you want to see improve based on your guys' start so far this season?
I think defensively, I think we made a valid point to be able to hold teams under 100 points and try to do our best to not give up 25 to 30-point quarters. And when we have done that, those resulted into L's. So just wanted to do our best on that end of the floor and continue to do that. Like I said, defense travels. So if we can continue to do that, I think we see ourselves winning a lot more ball games. And I think for us to improve through the course of the season, I think it'll just be more so of I would say defense, but a little bit more of the offensive end, just picking and choosing our spots when to be aggressive and when we could take the load off of Luka to, you know, trying to be that offensive power for us. We don't want him to get tired out or you know, give out on us a little throughout the rest of the season. So just trying to make sure that we take a lot of the heavy load, offensive load off of him, off his back, and us guys be more aggressive so he could be able to help us at the end of the game, him and KP.